looking today at the chapter Absolution from page 15 in the novel to page 22. There are just a couple of points that I want to pick up here. First of all, it's important to realize again that this is written in the third person and is autobiographical in a sense, and it's, as all the chapters called Absolution are, an extract from the book that Claire is writing. There's much here that connects to the theme of crime or the fear of violence in South Africa, especially in a post-apartheid South Africa. And while it tells the story of Claire's home invasion, it also gives us insights into her and into some of the things that she's thinking. The irony is that she has hired a biographer because she doesn't want to write an autobiography, but the book that she's busy with is in fact autobiographical. It's very interesting that she writes it in the third person, and there's almost a sense here that she wants to distance herself from her past. She doesn't want to fully engage with it. So we read the story of the housebreaking, and she's shocked that that Marie has a gun, although that saves their lives. And she talks about her memory of guns and her cousin Dorothy's farm and the foreman who was killed. And then she says this, she tries to put this event, her last encounter with guns, tries to put that into a timeline of her life, and she uses her daughter's disappearance as a reference. She says on page 19, her daughter could not have been there. By then Laura had already disappeared. And so there's a sense here that her daughter and her daughter's disappearance and the unknown of her daughter's life is something that sits with her and is a key part of her understanding or engaging with her past. When she assesses the damage done by the intruders, the one thing that has been damaged to a sense is the photograph that has fallen onto the floor, and the photograph is of her sister at a party rally, and her sister looks the part. She has the right clothes on, she has the right expression on her face, and it talks about the events captured in this photograph being on page 22 a year or two before her assassination. So we're kind of given insights as Claire writes this autobiographical account of her life. We're given insights into the things in her life that are maybe difficult for her to process. So the first is her daughter Laura and Laura's disappearance and everything around that. The idea of violence and guns and her aversion for those things. Her sister, the relationship that they didn't have, or the bad relationship that they did have, and her sister's assassination and death, which were obviously traumatic experiences for her. So these chapters, the semi-autobiographical maybe chapters entitled Absolution, are a key for us to understand the character of Claire, and particularly her desperate need for absolution for all the things, for this burden of guilt she has for all the things that maybe she didn't get right.